This is one of those clips where I will say he does not speak for all black people.
Hey, to all of the people who are against Carmelo Anthony, me as a black man in America, white people, I'm telling you and I'm telling you now, you ever even think to approach me, bully me, harass me, think you're going to be with your twin brother or twin whatever, and do anything to me, I too will poke you as well. Straight to the heart. And that's on self-defense. This is not the Jim Crow era. This ain't 400 years ago. This ain't 1619. This ain't back in them days. Y'all don't want to end up like Austin. Leave black people alone. Y'all didn't play fair for 400 years. We ain't playing fair with y'all either.
I wonder why are we so brainwashed as a community to think that we're somehow under some level of suffering and now have to seek vengeance on white people for something that we didn't personally go through. And then on top of that, we're not properly educated on this slavery to understand that it was not just a black thing. Of course, that's not negating how it evolved into a black and white issue in America. I'm not dismissing that. However, we sitting here putting all of our energy as a community against a people as if like we're waking up every single day and white people are just congregating together like, yeah, how can we, you know what I'm saying, mess up black people today? Mm-hmm. Yeah, how can we ruin their lives and make their lives just terrible every single day? I'm not saying that there's no racism that doesn't exist. There definitely is. You have some racist people out here. But a lot of the times, man, we're out here being the racist, especially in scenarios like this. Oh, yeah, you know what I'm saying? Try me, you know what I mean? And you'll get pokey too. So you're okay with I'm not okay with bullying to any degree, but you're okay with somebody bringing a knife to school where your child is and potentially, well, let's say your child is the bully. Would you have wanted that to be the result? Oh, wait. If he was black and it happened, it would have been okay. Somebody said they reported that account on TikTok. They said it was no violations, actually. According to this guy, if a white guy wants to kill some black people, just say something sideways and wait. Pow, justifiable homicide. That was the most racist. Anywho, Austin Metcalf's father. I can't remember. I don't know exactly what's going on here, but apparently there was a Justice for Austin Metcalf rally or protest arranged, and the father of Austin Metcalf actually called in. I'm going to read this caption. It says, "You are the problem, my friend." The father of Austin Metcalf confronts Jake Lang over a phone as Jake holds Protect White Americans for Justice for Austin Metcalf. Okay. In Fresco, Texas, this is where this took place.
Would you be willing to stand by me in a press conference or in an individual interview and talk about this issue that is larger than Austin at this point? God rest the beautiful young man's soul that would have been one of our strongest voices if he was still alive today.
Are you done?
Yes, I am, sir.
Okay, my turn to speak. You are part of the fucking problem, my friend. You're trying to create more race divide than bridging the gap. I do not condone anything you do. You don't have any fucking...
That's called white guilt.
No, let it talk.
But my son, let me finish. I gave you your time. You take my son's face off your website. I am not associated with you. I don't...
You're creating more Austin Metcalfs with your weakness, sir. You are creating more Austin Metcalfs
Black
with your
man
weakness.
Here, you are being weak. I gotta be honest with you about that, sir.
You're being weak. Condemn your son's killer and the culture that caused it.
Hey, Jeff.
That's the problem. You've been submitted.
Hold on, hey, Jeff.
You've been submitted.
I'll handle it from here.
You've been submitted, sir.
You're not gonna make
If we were all of your nature,
Guys, listen.
You're
Let me
not
say
gonna
this.
say
what a weak man.
Do you know who you're talking to?
You
don't, do you?
I'm talking to a black man.
You don't. No, you're not.
Okay.
You sit here, you talk about Trump.
But I am. You're not
Google
gonna
my
make me
name
back
and
down.
Trump. No. When you do that, my name is Bruce.
I agree with Black
No,
males winning,
Google that.
but they're not winning right now.
What you're doing,
they're becoming
but what
degenerates.
you're doing
and murdering white
you're
people.
not helping America. You're no more patriotic than I am.
Being silent is
Where
not
were you
helping.
on January
You've been
6th?
silent. It's only gotten worse.
Where were you on January 6th?
You've been
silent. It's only gotten worse.
Where were you? Did you stand for your country
So you
when they
think that
stole our
made you
vote?
patriot because you showed up there? Does that make you a patriot?
Joe Biden
your
I recognize that other guy from I can't remember his name, but the black guy that was right behind him. I recognize him from some some Twitter videos. We posted them a few times on here as well.
Joe Biden is a
All you're doing is
pedophile.
condemning us. What's your
My
solution?
solution is to help people where they're weak. So we have an issue in young black males' lives across the country.
It's not
It doesn't
Say that
matter.
to Jeff
Nothing's
Metcalf.
changed. It's
Say that
getting
to
worse.
Jeff Metcalf.
We talk about it, man.
Say it.
At the end of the
So
day,
then
the
what
man
is
is
his-
asking.
his-
So let me ask you this: you got a father who's grieving, and your response is he's weak.
My father is celebrating my strength right now.
You have no idea. You'll never win the Senate. And what I'll do, I'll come to Florida and run for Senate and run as a Republican, and I'll kick your butt.
No,
Guaranteed.
you lose, bro.
You need 2 years of
Guaranteed.
presidency
You lose.
in Florida.
Because this
First of all.
behavior is why
First
we're in
of
the
all.
situation where we are.
No.
We get these. Is that what it is? Okay. Well, at the end of the day, he's asked you what to do and what not to do.
Listen,
you have a right to
he's
do it
no
or not
longer
do it.
You can
Austin
say
Metcalf.
that's about
I love
Austin
Austin.
Metcalf, but we're going to
don't
continue
know
this
Austin.
movement.
I love somebody
You
enough
love
to
the
be
thought
strong
of
with-
using Austin
No.
for T-shirts, for propaganda, and to get out here and talk about
You
who
want to
you
shut
are.
down a
I'm
white
not
man
raising
right now.
money.
That's what
I'll
I'm trying
shut
to
you
do.
down, Andy.
I'm not
you're not
raising
shutting me
I'm not
down.
raising money like Carmelo
Because I got
Anthony.
family.
I'm not
I'm not
raising
gonna
money
put
like
down
Carmelo
anymore.
Anthony.
No, bro, you
finance
stop.
this at
You
a
came here to try to shut him down.
No, I
That's
came
what
in to
this
give him
is.
a message from a father.
And listen,
but I realized
Nah,
that's
bro.
not his deal.
Let's
The
be honest.
message-
You're a black man trying to
No.
shut him down.
I'm gonna
There's so many layers to this. So I may have to, I'm unpacking all this, and I may have to, you'll see me revise my thoughts in real time. First thought is, not in terms of their behavior, but in terms of what they're trying to create. I can see the angle and what's going on with this approved racism in America. I can see the angle in trying to fight against that. How they went about it, subjective. What I completely disagree with how that man handled that father. I also don't like, just from the context of which I'm watching this video only, I don't like how the black guy, the content creator that I was telling y'all about, I don't like how he's sitting there. You're trying to shut down a white man. You're trying to shut down a white man. It's like, yo, you're trying to make it now. You're doing the thing that we're fighting against. But it's for your cause, right? I think it's, what is it? Protect white Americans. I just don't think that was the case. I just don't think that was that played out the right way in terms of his, I don't know this guy's name. Jake Lang, say white Americans. Jeff Father Austin. I'll just say, man, I don't think that was an appropriate response whatsoever. That father, to hear you a weak man for telling him, hey, look, bro, I just don't want nothing associated with that. It's creating more division and more divisiveness. Whoop, whoop, whoop. He's entitled to that opinion. And this is a father who's grieving, and you can't sit there, you know what I mean? And tell this man like he's weak for deciding on how he wants to handle the situation. This is that same guy right here. He said he broke into the stadium, and this is the first ever footage of Metcalf's blood stain. Of course, I don't want to show y'all that, but in his video at the very beginning of it, it was a stain on the floor, which he pointed to. And of course, I don't want to think he away from it, but yeah, he's alleging that that's the blood of Austin Metcalf on the floor.
Hold on, black people. You want me to support Karmelo Anthony when you know he took that weapon and stuck it in that boy's chest? There ain't no way, boy. There ain't no way.
Now, this woman, she said that this Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf case reeks is a psyop designed to ignite a race war.
I don't care what y'all say, but that Karmelo Anthony and Austin Metcalf case feels like an energy harvesting ritual to me, as well as a psyops. These people are trying to create a race war, and in my opinion, it feels like the George Floyd case all over again. I don't care what y'all say.
I'm not saying that they created the situation, but they're utilizing what's come from the situation to further this. What could be the ultimate goal? Yeah, see, somebody said, was Karmelo groomed to do the attack, or did operations start after the attack? It would be crazy to find out that the whole thing was fake. The more reasonable assessment is that the incident is being used to escalate tension, division, and conflict. If I was the father reading this, I'd be so pissed. But the 1776 replied with, I don't believe that Karmelo was groomed. I firmly believe that the leftists saw this as a perfect opportunity to push their agenda by waging a war to divide. Yeah, I'm leaning more so on that side of things as well. But y'all see right here, they celebrating this. Somebody wrote, who else is still celebrating the release of Karmelo Anthony? And the best part is the black family judge who granted him bail. The black female judge who granted him bail is a Republican. I don't know if that's true or false. But y'all see this? Now, I'm going to just stop showing that just because it's disgusting. And I don't know, just by chance, if anybody from his family just so happened to catch the video. I don't want to be insensitive and nothing like that, but I just wanted to show y'all in real time, like, people are really, they're using the argument now, like, conservatives are so pro self-defense, and then this happens, then people are just intellectually dishonest. Somebody said he shouldn't have been released. He committed a crime and should be in jail. She is not a Republican. On paper, maybe. In her heart/mind, no way. No how after this BS decision to let a cold-blooded murderer out of jail pending trial. Somebody else says, due to all the recent, I can't say the word, let me see, spooning, it rhymes with that, by black Republicans over the last 25 years, she's the only one who actually stood up and showed her blackness. So I guess this does call for a celebration. White MAGA will force her to change her party affiliation to independent very soon. I can't even imagine killing another human being. I believe his bail is the least of his issues. I'll read a few more, y'all. Why does her color matter? Is that all you folks think about? I thought MLK said judge by his character, not his skin color. We aren't using that anymore. He is guilty of killing a kid. We would be back. What did he say? He is guilty of killing a kid. He would be back, but in prison for a long time. He would be put in prison for a long time. No knife, no murder on him. Oh, no, that was kind of everywhere. But what will you say this weekend when Pookie said, all I can say is these are sick people, man. Y'all got to stay prayed up out here, man. Please stay prayed up. I've still got to wait for all the facts and the details to come out of this case to really understand the dynamics. But go check on somebody today. You could be saving their life.